This is a Dale Classic 37, and the first thing to say about it, well, I don't really need to say it, do I? It's absolutely beautiful. It's such a stunning, stunning looking vessel. They build these in Wales. It's a Nelson-derived hull. They normally build the big 45-foot boats for serious seakeeping, and this is designed to be a scaled-down version to give you that same sense of quality and solidity and seakeeping, but in a more manageable size, but still giving you decent accommodation. And it is stunning. It really is a beautiful boat, and the quality shines through wherever we go. Even, you look at the way they've done the woodwork around here and this, it's just beautiful. The hinge on this door, we're not even on board yet, and it looks fantastic. We'll head on, we'll do the full tour. We've got the seating all the way around here. There is storage underneath these that comes right the way round and back. If I lift this one up over here, hopefully we'll be able to see that. Yeah, there we go. So that goes right across there. It's designed to be very practical, of course. You've got the twin tables. These unfold to make a larger dining area if you want it. And then you've got these big wooden doors here you can see that sort of bifold against the sides. There's one here and another one over on that side. And what that does is connect this right through, and what's quite a nice feature of that is the fact that this backrest here will tilt the other way. I've tilted in the middle, there we go. So that then joins the cockpit and gives you this fabulous outside area like this. Lovely. Okay, we'll step on inside. You've got the galley up on this one. They do another version. In fact, the third one that's been ordered has got the galley down, and I'll explain where that goes. But the first two are galley up. This is the very first one, of course. So we've got great big sink underneath here. This is really, really solid stuff. You feel it everywhere as you go through this boat. These are drawers, so these lift and then slide open like this. This is an oak interior. So nice light interior on this one. These, that's a fridge, of course. You've got the cooking here and the hob, and then more storage about the place. This is rather clever because we've got this seating area around here. Might look a little bit compact, but these two little silver buttons, if you push this one, you can see now that whole thing is sliding forward. And you can stop this wherever you want. So if you just want it forward a little bit, you can do. If you want to take it all the way forward and lose the helm when you're actually sort of at anchor or in your marina berth, which is what we're doing now, then you can bring that all the way forward and you can just get a much bigger relaxing or dining area just here. There we go, and you can see that now has come right up against the helm. There we are, stops automatically. It's one touch, and then this folds out, and you've got a really nice dining area just here. So if we touch that button again and bring that one back, we'll touch the rear button. And there it goes, and while that's doing its thing, I'll show you over on this side. We've got opening windows here, we've got opening hatches overhead as well, so you can get a lot of air and light through here. You've got extra gauges repeated across here, so the navigator can be sat here and have their own screen and the C-zone control system for the boat and so on. Nice little touches like this little fella here is because there's actually a USB socket in there and allows you to put your phone cable through there and leave your phone on there if you want to. These lovely seats here with the Dale embossed within them, that's really nice. These windows slide across, that's why I've got these tracks here. And then over on this side, now that's slid back again, we've got the helm position. There's a side access door. I'll show you that in a minute, we'll go out that way. And then here, really lovely helm with this beautiful woodwork, which is what these boats are so famous for. Big compass in the center there, you've got your engine controls, you've got autopilot control, bow thruster, your twin Raymarine screens, plus the further one over there, all configurable of course. Absolutely fantastic. Very, very nice indeed. Okay, let's head down to the lower deck. That's an extra fridge in there full of boat show goodies. And then we'll carry on down, and this will take us right through to the forward cabin. Now what they felt was really important with this was to keep the same size bed as you've got in the 45, so it's the proper full-size queen-sized bed. The cabin is a little bit narrower, but you still get the same sort of range of facilities, and that was what was quite important to them, to try and achieve that, and they've done it. You've got things like the hanging lockers here, so that opens out there, and then like so. Got the portholes, of course, the big hatch overhead. This is all storage up in places like this, down here, and then there's a little catch down here. Let's move that into there, and that gives you access to another storage area down that side. There we go, let's click that one back again. And then there's another cabin here. Now, if you have the galley down layout, this is where the galley goes. There's still a small sort of cuddy cabin for extra sleeping if you want it, but you lose this sort of lobby area on this one here because this is where your galley would be if you opt for that layout. This cabin, however, is a really nice size because you've got full standing headrooms. You come into here, like so, and then as you come around, it then drops because you're back underneath the saloon area, and you've got a double bed across like so. Again, all beautifully finished. Little locker in there. All of this, like around here, is all solid oak. It's beautiful. That word is going to get a lot of use on this boat. Shower and the toilet. And again, this all solid oak. Quality machine. A little bit of storage in there, little wave fuel in the mirror just there. So that is the interior. Let's wander around the outside. So we'll come back up here, and what we'll do this time, this is the first boat they've built with a side door. This is a watertight door. It actually seals in tight because people who buy these kind of boats tend to use them pretty much regardless of weather. It's the sort of thing you buy if you're really serious about your boating. So we've got the green button there, we push that, you'll see it flash. That's releasing the pressure, and then when the light goes off we can push that and that hinges open like so. And then we can step out of here out onto the foredeck. We've got the waste and the water caps are just here. Look at this big flush flat foredeck. Actually makes another great area on the boat. You can put deck chairs up here, you can put sun loungers up here, use it however you want. All the hatches are flush on it. These cleats here, these bollards, are solid stainless steel. They really don't mess around with this kind of boat. That's the hatch over the owner's cabin, and those are the other little hatches that we saw. And this is nice. So the anchor is actually retracted back into here. When you go to launch the anchor, what it does, it's very clever, because if I push that one there and open that fella up, these are all the little gas struts, I'll explain how this works. What you have is the anchor winch here, and the anchor chain goes down and around there, and then this whole mechanism is on these two passive gas struts. So the only thing holding that back is the anchor being winched in. As you release the pressure on the anchor, as you start to wind the anchor out, so these gas rams extend this whole mechanism out and forward, extends out so your anchor's well clear of the boat and drops. That's all fine, you're anchored. When you bring the anchor back in, it winds up, it comes back into the cradle, and as you keep winding then, of course, that cradle that it's on pulls against those gas struts and pulls it back into that position there. It means you've got no working parts beyond the anchor winch itself. Everything else is just passive and hinged and gas struts pushing it out. That's a brilliant idea, really like that. Let's close that one back down. On the other side then there's another little locker. Also you've got storage for fenders and whatever else you want to put in there as well. This one opens like this. This has got deck wash in it and also the anchor winch control as well. There we go, it's beautiful stainless work on here. That's how she looks from here. If we wander back down this side, I'll show you on the cabin roof. So we've got radar up here. The mast is actually spruce, it's not stainless steel, it's made out of spruce wood, and it hinges. So if you want to take this boat into the canals, for example, you can drop that down and reduce your air draft. Navigation lights are on there, antenna, all that kind of stuff. If we step down here, what I'll do is I'll close that door back over. There we go, you might see that actually power back in by itself. Hang on, close it to there, let go. That's that motor, it triggers automatically and pulls it in to make it watertight again. If you come back here, this one is, push the right bit, there we go. Fender storage, across there. Love these stainless steel engine vents that they put on. And then we come right back here again with the woodwork and everything. and the stainless. It's a real quality item, this. And the last thing to talk about is the engines. They're under the floor down here, so we can flick these catches, move Maggie out of the way and my water, and lift that one up. Help if I turn it, wouldn't it? There we are. Again, look at the attention to detail down here. Look at the way you've got a non-slip on the floor, but it's got the wooden edging around it. It's absolutely fantastic. And if we come right down here, we'll find a pair of 440 horsepower Yanmar diesel engines. These are given the boat 30 knots plus, which is amazing because it's not a planing boat, it's semi-displacement. So it actually has a keel. It's built for serious seakeeping. It's built for punching through the water. And you'll notice that there appear to be no fuel tanks. And that is because, having got a keel, they've sunk the tanks actually into the keel to keep the weight as low as possible, keep the centre of gravity down, keep the seakeeping as good as possible. And also frees up more space in here. Now with these engines, I think I mentioned, she's 30 knots plus, she's cruising at sort of 24, 25 knots, and the range at 20 knots is about 270 miles with a decent bit of reserve in it. You can see the shafts there going out, so all dead simple. You've got gearboxes on the back of the engine, shafts, they go through, and you've got propellers on the back of those and rudders behind there, all very traditional, conventional and easy and low maintenance. You've got the fuel filters over there. See the Raycor little arm, that allows you to switch over and get a blockage. You don't need to start fiddling around trying to change the filters, you just simply flick from one to the other. If we come right on around, there's a gyro stabilizer there in the centre, and there's a generator over there on the left hand side as we look at it. And again, all nicely lit. Let's come right back in here. You see the exhaust routing and so forth. Fire extinguishing system is in here as well. But the finish everywhere is fantastic. Look at all that sound deadening that they've got in here. You can see how that hatch there opens as well. As you've probably gathered, I'm rather taken with this. It's a beautiful machine. Let's come right up this end. There we go. You can see the way that all the wiring is done. It's beautiful. Very, very neat. Cool. There we go. Let's come back out of here. Lift ourselves back up. There we go. Let's drop that one back down. You can see the difference, can't you? As soon as that goes down, it's virtually silent. Here we go. This is the Dale range, so you can see they do the traditional style, sort of pilot style, and this beautiful 45 footer as well. And the idea of this boat was to be a scaled down version of that. It could be similar facilities, but in a more compact design. And they've done it. Look at that. So there we are. I think we'll finish up at the helm. And we'll say massive thanks to Dale. We'll also say massive thanks to the owner, because he contacted me and has been chatting about this boat for a couple of years. It's really great to see it actually finished. And as ever, huge thanks to you guys for watching. We will catch you on one of these real soon. Take care. Bye-bye.